Today's video is on a blaster from when Rival was first coming out. The Apalo. Yes, it's outclassed now in probably almost every different way by almost every different Rival blaster out there. But still, when it came out, it was kinda epic. I mean, this is probably like the first and only Nerf blaster that this was the first Nerf blaster, and I think one of 3 out there that is fed through the handle. Of the blaster itself. Which is strange. It was a new idea, a new concept, a new feature at the time. And I love this thing. I mean, not all of it, but I like a lot of it. It has, this is a 12 round, 7 rounds, 12 round. But yeah, I really liked this design at the time. It made it much more compact feeling. It was much more CQB type of a blaster. Like, this thing packs a punch, and well, it's a relatively medium-sized package. Plus, you can now get a shotgun attachment for this thing, which means a stock, and you can make it pump action, which I think is sick, and I might actually do that mod to this thing. So let's just get into the actual overview of the blaster. We've got a rail, we've got a grip, we got the trigger lock, we got a trigger, whoop-de-doo, of course it's gotta be a trigger, and the jam release. So if you jam up a round, which I still have yet to jam one of these suckers up. Loaded. You push that down. You can pull back. Once in the forward position, you're good to go. Now, I still have yet to find a reason why this rail's up here. I think for the red dot sight, and that would be the only thing I'd put on this thing, is a red dot. And that's about it. So, the rails are pretty freaking useless on this one. Alright. And other than getting a 7-round magazine, you of course get 7 Rival rounds that shove in through the top. Now, what I find annoying about the magazines, Rival magazines especially, is the top lever, once you pull that back, it kind of just shoots them everywhere. I have lost many Rival rounds from that, and it is especially annoying when you're almost done loading like one of these suckers, and you're in a Nerf war and you're loading one of these 12 rounds, and you're like, in a rush, and then you just hit that switch and, well, there goes all your rounds. It's like, well, I'm dead. So, yeah. This design is, kind of bugs me. But other than that, everything's nice and sound, nice and stable, nice and solid. Let's get this thing on the range for some test firing. We're at the range. We got Clone Trooper Bob, but here's where things get interesting, boys. We're just going to shoot 7 regular rounds. Whoa, how interesting. But then we're going to shoot 12 of the X-Shot rounds. Now, comes a time in every Nerf gun's life when they must grow up and shoot party sticks, Sharpie with no cap, and a paintbrush. Yeah, boy. Yeah. So let's get to it. despite those things being highly accurate rounds, I did not hit one. Because well, if you try and aim with this thing... More on that in final thoughts, actually. I'll save that until final thoughts. Here we go. Alrighty then, folks. I hope you enjoyed the slow-mo for this blaster. Okay, yeah, so, final thoughts and opinions. It's an okay blaster. Alright, it's a middleman, you know? Like, it isn't bad, but it isn't necessarily good. Like, if you have one, then great. If you don't have one, then maybe you shouldn't get this blaster. But, yeah, it's, like, priming it, this is an older one, so the prime isn't as heavy as it used to be, but I remember the prime on this thing being quite heavy. So, it has a heavier prime, and aiming is weird because where you want to aim is literally straight through the priming mechanism, which is on the top. Like, you want to aim straight through here. So, having this prime charging handle here doesn't really help. I'd rather it be on the side, which would be a lot cooler looking than on the smack dab on the top where you want to aim. What else? Yeah. I mean, it's a rival blaster. The performance is good. It's pretty reasonably accurate. I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's episode is going to be something new on this channel. Something I wanted to try out. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be cool. Peace.